Coming up on today's wrestling news, did The Rock just tease a WWE pivot?
Mercedes Moné is finally set for a AEW debut.
Anthem fires TNA president Scott D'Amore.
And Will Ospreay donates thousands of dollars, lots of money, to a viral sensation.
I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Michael Hamflett.
And this is the news. Happy WrestleMania 40 press conference day, everybody.
Yeah.
It's tonight. I'm excited and simultaneously terrified.
Jesse Spano and Saved by the Bell. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Are you going to be staying up to watch it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock our time.
12 midnight, I think.
Midnight, piece of cake. Try that on for size Americans. It's easy to stay up till midnight to watch wrestling.
I'm gonna watch one pay-per-view at a slightly awkward time.
I wonder how this needless aggressive agenda has cost us like subscribers and viewers and all sorts of stuff.
Shout out to our fans in Australia as well.
Yeah, about time they got
Yeah. But yes, probably one of the most hotly anticipated events in yonks, I'll say.
At least it's the Rumble.
WrestleMania 40 press conference, and The Rock believes it will be a topic of conversation forever. Is that a good thing? I don't know. But there's been a video of my tribal chief, I acknowledge him of course, showing up last night in Las Vegas, and then there was another one WWE posted of The Rock arriving, saying, "Welcome to Vegas. I have a feeling this press conference will be talked about forever. Signing off, your long gamer." What does this all mean, Michael Hamflett?
Well, one of two things, doesn't it? Number one, I'll give something for the optimists amongst us, or certainly the people in the We Want Cody crowd. I'm not speaking for everybody. Plenty of people want it as it currently is. Long gamer could mean that they are indeed going to pivot. It has been teased a little bit through the actions on Man and Hour Raw that certainly some within WWE were going to lead in.
Wait till next year, you prick!
We're going to lean in to the We Want Cody movement. It felt like that was what Triple H was certainly wanting to drive forward with his booking, and perhaps involve Cody Rhodes in a way, or certainly more involved than he looked at on last week's SmackDown.
Yes.
Or, don't want to we're not promoting that, we're not promising that, or long gamer to The Rock means, yeah, I've been waiting for this match for years. Long game comes around at WrestleMania 40 and I'm fighting Roman Reigns because I'm the boss.
They're conspicuous by the lack of announcements for SummerSlam and WrestleMania 41. Maybe I'm clutching at straws here.
Yeah, they're in Vegas, presumably for Super Bowl week. It's got to be a sporting reason.
Travis Kittle gave his thoughts. I think his name's Travis Kittle, the football player, talked about wrestling in his little press conference, and Triple H shared that, didn't he?
Super Bowl's in Vegas. The UFC are in Vegas this weekend. So it's a TKO thing in general. It's basically it's become a sporting hotbed.
Can I be in Vegas, please? This sounds awesome.
I wish I could be in Vegas. Yeah, but obviously there's reasons that are less obvious than just they're booking WrestleMania for WrestleMania 41 for Vegas and Raw for the Sphere or whatever. But
did you see they turned the Sphere into a giant football helmet?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Show me that. Well, this is why I need wrestling to go there, because I want just massive wrestler heads.
Oh yeah.
Gunther's beautiful face on the front of the Sphere. I'd just tell my folks it was me.
Just shape it into a square for one night only.
It's just for Mum and Dad I made it. But yeah, is that what he's teasing? What do you think?
I don't know. Who do you want to answer this? My genuine, wrestling journalist brain, or my giddy fan brain?
Give me your inside journalist take.
Again, it's influenced by my giddy fan brain.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I really hope at the minimum it's a triple threat now.
Okay, all right.
And when I say triple threat, I mean The Rock, Roman and Cody for the world title. My giddy fan brain reads Long Gamer saying this will be a press conference talked about forever, because he's going to say, we're announcing that I'm facing Roman at next year's WrestleMania in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's what people
Which opens the door. I don't know. I'm excited, I'm scared. It's this time tomorrow. We'll be talking a lot about it regardless.
One last question for you on this front.
Go on.
If it is Roman and Rock, do you think the presumed Seth and Cody match will take place on night one?
Yes.
Well, that leaves both of them free to join us for our live show.
Indeed.
At 12 o'clock, the day of WrestleMania Night 2. And you could come too.
Yes.
Seth Rollins and Cody probably won't, but you can come too. Tickets are still available for It's Always Sunny at WhatCulture. It's going to be the meat in your WrestleMania sandwich. It's going to be 12 o'clock, so there's plenty of time for you to get over to WrestleMania after the show's finished. Don't worry, it's not just going to be us. Simon Miller's going to be there, but all of us will be there as well, kicking around. So yeah, come and join us at Underground Arts at Philadelphia, whatculture.com/tickets.
Sorry if it looked like I was being rude there and just going on my phone while you were talking about it. I was trying to find Eric's tweet.
Oh, yes!
Shout out to Eric, he's coming. He's made special branded hoodies to come and join us. It's got the It's Always Sunny at WhatCulture with us as the cast on that. But also a Dr. Fed hoodie. We'll try and put one on screen right now for you. Eric, can't wait to see you. Thank you for all that effort.
Love those,
and
Eric.
More of that sort of thing, please.
Yeah, if I desperately want to, like, not in a, like, obviously the WhatCulture live show will be a nice pre-arranged opportunity for people to see one another, but I would be over the moon to bump into Eric amongst like thousands and thousands of wrestling fans with Dr. Fed emblazoned across his chest. We'll do a picture. I might get an Eric Vasquez t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then we can do the like.
Shout out to Eric. Yeah, great first name as well.
Indeed. Come and join us, Philadelphia.
Yeah, please do spend your money on It's Always Sunny at WhatCulture, whatculture.com/tickets.
And do you know why he's done that? Because AEW are hoping they're going to sell a lot of tickets with the basic promotion of Mercedes.
Yeah, another fake bait and switch affair on Dynamite last night, I saw.
I'm going to brush past that.
I'm joking, guys. We're finally getting it. Be happy.
Yeah, she's fine. You're telling her. Be happy. Come on, cheer up.
Come on, cheer up.
She is finally set for an AEW debut, we can assume. And we should assume, and AEW want us to assume it. She wasn't mentioned by name on last night's AEW Dynamite, but in Tony Khan's big announcement, he announced a big business AEW Dynamite special edition on March the 13th from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts.
How are you spelling Boston?
Well, on the poster, BOSSTON. There was also dollars kicking around. The whole poster is in blue and purple and all that sort of stuff. It's happening. It's happening, and get excited. This mirrors, of course, the First Dance promotion of CM Punk, where they...
Was it Will Washington tweeted 100%?
Yeah. Like, promoting a wrestler in all but name is sort of perfect because you stand a chance selling a bunch of tickets, generating a bunch of hype, getting people really excited, and not actually having to say the name or show the image of the person until showtime. If you remember, with the Punk First Dance one, he had MJF pinching lines from his promos, Kenny Omega or a Cookie Monster t-shirt. Like, start looking out on start playing Where's Wally, excuse me, American viewers, Where's Waldo on Dynamite and Collision over the next few weeks for little Sasha Banks / Mercedes iconography here and there. Maybe get like wrestlers getting their names like on the glasses and stuff like that. Should be fun. Like, get hyped, get excited, it's happening.
Jeff Jarrett's going to hit someone with a ukulele.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's definitely happening.
Yeah.
Really excited for it. I've got a question about it a little bit later on when we get to them. But yeah, it's been I feel like if you're one of those people who's had a go at journalists who've been suggesting this contract had been worked out quite some time ago, maybe go and apologise to them today.
Yeah.
It's within your capacity. I never said anything otherwise, so I don't have to say anything.
Well, it's of course that you decided to protect your sources on this.
Yeah.
Okay,
I want to spoil everything. I already told you about the Punk return, so...
You knew this weeks ago, you just couldn't mention it.
Yeah.
It's nice. Obviously, the All Elite graphic, won't drop until the show itself. But now, the excitement is in what's going to happen on that night. And AEW, of course, will be hoping they'll get a monster gate for it as well. It'll be sure to be their biggest TV crowd of the year, one would think as well.
Yeah. TD Garden, huge. Let's move over and talk about TNA now. A bit of a surprise dropping yesterday. The Anthem have fired TNA president Scott D'Amore. Via PW Insider, Anthem Sports and Entertainment, the parent company of TNA, announced that they released Scott D'Amore with a decision said to have been made by Anthem owner Les Asper. Apparently Anthem looking to get more hands-on and involved in like day-to-day management of TNA, and as a result it's going to be folded into Anthem's entertainment arm rather than TNA existing on its own, hence why they got rid of Scott D'Amore. It's going to hopefully maximise what both parties bring to the table, wider synergy of the company, all that corporate speak. But this hasn't necessarily been received well by TNA staff and wrestlers. They were on a big Zoom call yesterday. They were initially told that he'd stepped down from the role. That's not the case. They fired him. And they didn't like the fact that Scott's gone, as you've probably seen with a variety of tweets putting him over on social media in the aftermath of all this. Not happy either about the fact that they weren't allowed to ask questions on the call too. Some talents extremely angry about Scott D'Amore's firing. Others are taking a more wait-and-see approach, which I can understand, but the likes of Jordan Grace shared a photo of her and Scott saying the heart and soul of TNA irreplaceable. Moose, WCPW legend, of course, says, I'm lost for words, shutting down for a few days. And the now former Trinity, who was previous to that former Naomi from WWE, but now is Naomi, you know what I mean, Trinity Fatu, says, we don't play about Scott D'Amore. Okay, bye. It's devastating news, this. From my very casual links to TNA and sources there, well, light bloke.
Yeah, a couple of things that struck me about the story early on, and obviously this is the first day of the news, well, like sort of hours since the news broke, basically, and what we're getting is response to. Number one, I think it's worth adopting a wait-and-see approach on exactly all of this story. This could be as simple as, like, brutal but boring corporate restructure within Anthem. But it's always worth, especially, like, you know, it feels timely to say this again, like, always maybe just sit and wait and see what else gets reported on stories, like things gone behind the scenes of which we know nothing of, and then kind of like maybe sort of like see what comes out in the wash a little bit with this, because it is such a surprise and it is such a strange move, not least when Scott D'Amore was so key to the rebrand to TNA. Like, he was somebody that was embedded in the history of TNA, like generally considered creatively the man responsible for its most enjoyable and prosperous period in the mid-2000s, and thus was perfect to place at the heart of the changeover. It's kind of taken on, like, he reminded me of when, like, Paul Heyman would be in ECW waving the flag for, like, ECW, the Beyond the Mat promo that he cuts. That was very much Scott D'Amore's role in this rebrand, wasn't he? Like, we're bringing it back, the good old days. So that's one thing. Number two, think about how we know as much as we know about this story already, other than the official statement. You know, like the Anthem have released their official statement and they've named who they're going to put in charge, who is somebody with more of a television background rather than a wrestling one. So that feels very much like well, he's already in the business, we'll use him. So it does feel like boardroom decisions have been made. But the fact that we know about this Zoom call, the fact that wrestlers have gone not just to various news sources and outlets to vent their frustration, but actively to their own X accounts, when what they're doing is effectively vent their frustrations about the people they are now working for. You know, this is not a sort of, oh, bring him back, we want to work for him again. It's like, right, he's gone, and you employ us and we're really angry with you. That is extremely telling. Like, the very details of the Zoom call are obviously as a result of wrestlers or people involved that were on that call that we have this information, and for it to get out straight away, like, reflects unrest and reflects frustration, and it will be interesting to see how this pans out as they continue to try and harness the growth, I would say, they've had over the last couple of years.
Good year this year. Obviously started off becoming TNA, so...
Well, we will see, I guess.
We'll keep you posted on any developments as and when they happen.
Do you know who else might have a good year this year?
Will Ospreay.
Indeed. But it wasn't even him I was thinking about. Calm down, bruv. Calm down. Wasn't it? Well, kind of him. But soft ground wrestling, you surely must have seen if you're watching this on YouTube. When you finished, go and search for soft ground wrestling on YouTube. A Ugandan outfit that's gone viral across multiple social media platforms for having matches on, like, a sort of soft mud ground with, like, makeshift ropes. It's like Ugandan community project. These guys kick ass. Like, some of the spots they're in, some of it is mimicked from, like, the wrestling you see on television. Some of it is just stuff they've obviously worked on themselves, drawing this, like, huge crowd. It's all, like, very much in fun, but, like, they've clearly taken this project seriously. Well, anyway, it's gone viral because of, like, how popular it's become. It's drawn the attention of Jordan Grace and Will Ospreay. They've been sharing it on social media to sort of, like, get it far and wide. And as a result, a GoFundMe has launched, which Will Ospreay has already donated, like, a couple of grand to. They're looking to raise money to, I think, get a ring, like, actually build a proper ring and basically be able to run the shows. I'll sort of give a few little details here so you can, we'll put a link in the description if you want to go to GoFundMe. There's somebody called Jake Rhodes who's acting as, quote, the US ambassador for SGW, Soft Ground Wrestling, reached out to the organiser of everything in Uganda, a gentleman called Bumbash Daniel, and he told them obviously they need money to be able to keep it going. It's already raised thousands, and obviously it's getting shared, and it just seems like a real lovely, in football terms over here we'd call it grassroots, wouldn't we? Like something, you know, just from the ground up that exists as much for the people doing it as for, like, us getting to watch it and enjoy it. So yeah, we'll put a link in the GoFundMe. But Will Ospreay donated. I saw Matt Coon had donated some money to that as well. There'll probably be other names from the wrestling space that are kicking in. So yeah, it's a nice cause, and go and check out the videos on the YouTube channel as well as the ones that are getting shared on socials, because these guys rule.
Yeah, a lovely gesture from Will Ospreay, and go and support them. A fantastic cause. They're awesome. Help them as much as you possibly can, and fun to play the game of, like, sometimes wrestlers use their real name on, you know, GoFundMe, and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I know that.
I know that one.
Right, let's move over to your Twitter questions on X at WhatCulture WWE, of course. First question today comes from Chris Theobald, who says, morning, gentlemen. Morning, Chris. If The Rock gets his way tonight with a one-on-one with Roman at Mania, do you think we could see him turn heel and become a Mr. McMahon authority figure, like in the Attitude Era, using his director status?
So I think it would be wise for them to avoid any mimicking of that character forever. Like, not just, like, I'd have said that 10 years ago when the character felt dated and stale, but especially now. Like, the implications are that in that position and in that sort of powerful role, you invoke too many memories that people just don't want to bring. Like WWE themselves, it's impossible. Like, Vince McMahon erasure is impossible from WWE without just sort of pressing delete on that WWE button that Netflix have paid so much for. But I just wouldn't go near a character like that. I see.
Just a Hollywood Rock would beat them all.
I see how you're drawing the lines, I do, but exactly that. Took the words right out of my mouth. If The Rock is smart and the reaction continues to trend the way it does, lean into that character that he was tremendous at playing, by the way, as well, that was once tremendously successful, and just be a wrestling heel. Not least because WWE's got its probably best relationship with authority figures in forever, with Postman Pierce and the SmackDown GM, can't remember his name right now. So.
And Ava, don't forget Ava.
Who's she?
She's Rock's daughter, but also the NXT general manager. She hasn't got a surname. No. But yeah, I'd just have him be Hollywood Rock, and I'd also have Cody Rhodes involved in that match at a bare minimum, if you're doing it this year.
It's tonight.
Scared and nervous, excited, scared, nervous, sweaty palms, sweaty everything.
Go for a good bruise after this, yeah?
Yeah, I need something to settle me down. Jonathan Peter, thank you for your question. It's around Mercedes Moné, unsurprisingly. Jonathan says, hey guys, with the seemingly imminent arrival of Mercedes Moné, Wilborn impression if you prefer, and I do, thank you, Jonathan. Could AEW get their first sellout of the year in Boston, a la the first dance in Chicago?
Why not? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't mind sticking my neck out on this one. Mercedes Moné is a needle mover. Obviously an enormous draw, a huge attraction, but there's proven like box office receipts, there's proven ratings and merch and things in the past that objectively classify her as somebody that has drawn money, as Steve Austin would say, as he holds people by the scruffs of their neck. Poor old Mike Rome. She's been one before. I don't anticipate this to play out as a TV show the same way as the first dance. She's not the type of person that needs a CM Punk half an hour, where have you been explainer. But the moment itself, I would imagine, especially in the location of Boston, will draw that build-in for that one night.
Am I right? I think, is it the Dynamite after Revolution?
I think so. I should have checked this before we came in. If not the exact one, the 2 weeks after, it's going to sort of be in the aftermath of Revolution.
Fairly obvious, isn't it? You have timeless Tony Storm out there saying, there's no one as big a star as me, darling.
Well, I've suggested on a podcast that you might not have heard that she sees a contract with MM on, and it's got Mariah May backing off and being like, it's not me, I promise it's not me. No, it's me.
It was quite funny that Tony Khan's announcement was kind of spoiled by them and them sharing, we've got a big event coming.
I don't know, man.
TD Khan has announced a new event.
It's great, but he could have given it 6 hours.
You couldn't have waited, guys.
But no, yeah, Revolution's already as good as a sellout. It's going to be massive with Sting's retirement and that main event against the Bucks. So they're going to be riding away with momentum, absolutely.
Mark Solid says, morning homies, I know you've done players before, but what AEW/WWE wrestlers would you pick for football soccer clubs? We're going to keep it to our football/soccer clubs, Mark. And which one would Dirty Dom coach? Let's start with that. I've got 2 options for you, so you take it away.
Dirty Dom. I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to slightly put my footballing bias aside and then not, because I would say, like, as such a little rat, I would think, Newcastle United. But no, because they're so likely to sort of achieve great success thanks to their Saudi Arabia money, that they wouldn't go anywhere near him. Middlesbrough, on the other hand, the Smoggies can kiss my ass, and Dirty Dom and the Borough just fits nicely in my.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, he's a little weasel, so I'm tempted to put him as manager of Mansfield.
We've just gone there. They're rivals.
But old school Stoke comes to mind.
Yes,
just real bastards.
Yeah.
No offence to Stoke City fans, but. What else is, apart from being a proper wanker, what is Dirty Dom obsessed with?
Mammy.
That's why he's managing Motherwell, baby.
Very nice. Yeah, this guy. The other part of being a journalist is being a writer. It's this guy right here.
But I'm not a writer.
What was the other bit of the question?
What wrestlers do you want at your football club?
Swerve Strickland for me.
Okay.
Right, because it's that phenomenon in football, and I'm sure it's the case in all sports. But those players you've just described, right wanker me. When they're your bastard, it's kind of great that they're a bastard.
Yeah.
And then when they're playing for anybody else, how dare they? They're bringing the game into disrepute. You absolutely can't go into another player's child's bedroom and scare them before match day. But if they're your guy, brilliant. Getting in their head, mind games. Just your bias comes in, all your sort of balance goes out the window.
That.
Swerve.
Can I have 3?
Swerve Sunderland. There we go.
Can I have 3?
Yeah.
Tactical-wise, Serena Deeb.
Oh, yes.
Bit of pace.
Yep.
Nathan Fraser.
Yeah. Quite Nathan Fraser on the wing.
And rather appropriate for us right now, when you support Chesterfield, you just bloody win all the time. So you need someone who's going to be the guy to really lift that trophy up. So you need someone big so everyone else can get around him and get in the picture. So it's almost.
Perfect. I mean, actually, yeah.
Imagine him coming off the bench. What?
this is the one thing we didn't want to happen. Like, almost as an Impact sub.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh, no.
We just got rid of bloody Will Grigg. He's on fire. God, I love the Spy Rights. They're the best.
Good time, isn't it? Good time.
22 points clear. Don't screw this up. Anyway, let us know your thoughts on soccer and wrestling in the comments section below. And while you're at it, why not check out this video? We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck, everyone.